Here we are, guys, out here in Kittery, Maine, a town known for its maritime charm and coastal beauty. It is an absolutely gorgeous summer day. And if you live in Kittery or Kittery Point, you're thinking about selling your house, you've came to the right place, because today we're going to talk about what your home is worth in Kittery. And while we're out here, we're actually going to be fishing. And I've actually brought my rod out here, but now that I look, I realize that I have definitely the wrong lure on here. So we're going to have to go back to the car. And that brings me to my first point, guys. When it comes time to sell your house, the preparation that you're doing today is the success that you're gonna have tomorrow. Preparation is so important when it comes to fishing and selling your house. So let's go back to the car. We gotta get ready. All right, guys, we've got the right lure on there now. Before we get into this video, I just wanted to quickly introduce myself. My name's Cam Avery. I'm actually a local resident here in Kittery and a real estate agent. And after helping numerous of our own private clients buy and sell their properties in Kittery, I really feel like this town is incredible, but definitely has some nuances in terms of location and style of home that really make a difference when it comes to value. And so I want to dive into that today. But if you came to this video just to get your home's value, just stop watching this right now. Go in the description and click the link right below. We're going to send you a personalized home valuation for your home in Kittery or Southern Maine and Seacoast, New Hampshire. All right, guys, so just like picking the right lure and coming at the right time of day, in fishing, getting your home ready for selling is probably the most important piece of the puzzle when it comes time to list your property. You know, there's so many things that you can do right now that are gonna add not just one, not two, but tens of thousands of dollars to the value of your home. Simple things like cleaning and decluttering that can cost little to no money can make a massive difference when it comes time to photography, to videography, and getting your home ready for sale. Some other small things that you can do to get your home ready for sale is landscaping projects. You can have your house pressure washed and spruce up the exterior with some light landscaping. And also, we actually created a home seller's guide. You can actually download it totally for free, also just by clicking the link right in the description for our home seller's guide. We've got 10 other things that can add up to $10,000 in equity to your home. All right, so here we are. We're at our first spot here, and we're gonna try to see what this spot actually ends up producing in terms of fish. One thing I really don't want you to do when it comes to preparing your house is major renovations that may or may not produce any ROI or return on investment when it comes time to sell. Please, 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 you don't have to call me, but call a licensed real estate agent that sells homes in the area and ask them, what should I do when it comes time to sell? Get their own personalized recommendations so that you know exactly what to do. We did more than struck out here. We caught a little seaweed bass here. This location isn't the best. And speaking of that, another major factor when it comes time to sell is the location of your home. We're here at a high tide. Tides are important when it comes to fishing, and location is important. Same thing when it comes to listing your property in Kittery. So let's go try another location to see what we can find. All right, so we just saw a fish just jump over there. Switched locations a little bit. This point seems like it could be a better spot as the tide is coming in for us to catch fish. And you know, locations are super important in Kittery. The market is very location specific, and there's 4 locations that are actually really important when it comes to pricing your home as Kittery that could add as much as 25% to your home's value. So those locations include Garish Island, Kittery Point, the Kittery Foreside, and Batters Island. And so when you think about where your home is, those 4 areas are some of the most highly desirable spots in all of Southern Maine. And so if you have a home in one of those locations, your home is innately going to be worth more. One of the lesser desirable parts of Kittery that's important to know is the village area. So in the 1940s, the Navy actually brought in a number of homes to house the workers that worked at the Portsmouth Naval Shipyard, and they created what is known as the Kittery Village. So houses in this area are generally going to be slightly less expensive and more affordable. So if you're thinking about listing your home in that area, just know that as well. Still no bites here, and one last thing to note is what side of Route 1 your home is on. Generally speaking, homes on the ocean side of Route 1 are going to be worth a little bit more than homes on the western side. And so that's just something to know when it comes to location and pricing your home in Kittery. I can see them jumping out there, but we still can't quite get to them. We're gonna have to try a different location. Let's keep on walking. You know, I love living in Kittery. I'm sure you probably do too. My wife and I, we always get the season passes to Fort Foster and come here with the kids. I remember on my bachelor party, we actually went striper fishing out at Fort Foster, and it was during the fall, and it was absolutely crazy. Fish were busting everywhere. Ended up catching like 10 or 12 striped bass that day. Just so memorable. And I'm sure you have amazing memories of living in Kittery too. Would love to hear them. Make sure to comment below. I'd love to connect with you about your stories. Maybe you're a fisherman. Maybe you like, you know, the ocean or the sea. But why do you like Kittery? Love to hear from you. All right, so here we are. Man, this point looks amazing. I really hope we're gonna catch something here. This is definitely the best spot comparing the three. And I wonder if you have any houses down the road that have sold in your neighborhood, houses that you can think of that have sold. You know, that is really the best way to figure out the price of your property, is to prepare what is called a comparable market analysis. And so we look at what are known as comps, or comparable properties. We look at the price per square foot. We look at the features, the upgrades, the beds and baths, just like an appraiser would, to ultimately determine the value of your house. Now, you can do this right now if you know of any properties that have sold, but if you don't, again, click the link right in the description below and we'll actually get you a completely free, no obligation market analysis, custom tailored to your house. Man, I love fishing and I love Kittery. I really hope you got some value out of this. And if you are seriously considering moving, would love to connect with you. If you want to know more about the pros and cons of living in Kittery, watch this video right here. Oh, I think I got something.